Welcome back to Total War Warhammer. This will be stream number 2 out of many, and we are back, and we will hopefully resume our campaign very shortly here. So, in the meantime, yeah, from the looks of it, things are going well inside the campaign. To do a quick recap of the 3 hours that we had last time, we made quite a lot of gains on the map. Kind of consolidated some of the human lands, I guess, and going forwards, I think we'll be seeing more different factions, of course, and more of the conquering type of type of deal soon enough. So yeah, I think we left off here by expanding towards the south and the west, and recently I think we nabbed one of the goblin village, not necessarily village things, camps. So that's kind of cool. So hopefully this will load up, and we will be right back into the game. Now, taking a look at some of the units in my spare time here, it looks like one really deadly combo that I would like to check out is honestly solely the musketeer units that we've been using in the Reichsguard cavalry, and kind of seeing how far we can get with only those 2 units. Because from the looks of it, you can clear house solely using those 2 guys, especially with the musketeers having all the armor piercing capability, and with the cavalry, the minute that you get a nice flanking maneuver on any of the guys, it looks like they die pretty fast for the most part. But we'll see. How that will work out. Right, so there we go. We are back. So, I think Karl Franz with his main forces over here, if I can click on him. No, please don't lock up. There we go. Karl Franz and Konrad von Sigurd, really surprised I'm able to remember that, is encamped here, and they are carrying our legion of swordsmen, spearmen, and crossbowmen, and a single unit of glorious Reichsguard cavalry right here. So that is that. Have some really bad load times on these messages, but it looks like some wars are declared, people gaining ranks, and us gaining some equipment. Sure. Let's deal with these events. So I think... No, we've already spent these points last episode. So if you guys remember, we did buff up Mangus, Vladorf over here, and all of our commanders up to a higher level. I'm actually going to close the events and put out in our forces so that we can, kind of clearly see what we're messing around here with. So taking a look at the costs for our units here. Ooh, yikes. Some of these units are starting to get a little... Oh, I see. So the global recruiting is vastly more expensive than the local recruiting. So that's kind of how it works. I guess that was one of the things that they were kind of missing from, I think, Rome. So to that, we can buy some more spearmen, I guess, for these guys.
As you say, sir.
I'll buy them 2 units and another unit of swords, I think. And I think that's all we're going to be doing this turn. I don't think we can do all too much inside that area. Alright, so let's see what they're all about. Tabakland is giving us a whole bunch of cash. Not to invade them. We'll decline that. Hostile hero activity right over here, hey? Huh. Okay. Chaos stirs, foolish vainglory. We can get some recruitment costs, or we can get some more leadership. We'll get some recruitment cost bonuses there. And we're gonna hop right back to these folks over here, and we'll get them another set of units to put in that stack. So let's see. We did just get a mission to buddy up with one of the allied, we're not one of the allied nations, but one of the nations around here. So let's actually take a look at the map over here, see where they are, and see whether or not that would be a good idea. So Nordland over here is supposedly worth our while in allying with. Now,
I will listen, but my time is short.
they probably won't give us a trade agreement, we have the balance of power against them, but oddly enough, their strength rank is... oh, I see, strength rank is order of descending, so we're actually fairly powerful. We're actually sixth placed out of all of this, so that's good enough. They won't accept our trade agreement, eh? That kind of... that does kind of irk me. Oh, would you like that? We can kind of bleed through and see the rest of the map through all of the areas down here. And despite the fact that the map looks kind of small in that view, down here it's nevertheless still, of course, quite a big region.
I will not defile my
By the
faith.
comet.
So let's see, we've got to get across this river, and we've got to strike at the very last, I want to say, stronghold
Let's go.
of these people right over here, of Marienburg, so we'll get the crossing initiated for next turn. And let's see, they want a peace treaty. Nope. It's probably better off just conquering them, though I think at one point it might just be better off taking the peace treaty, then somehow vassalizing them or something like that. And let's see what happened over here. So Rupert Solenter, an enemy warrior priest, managed to demoralize our army. That is not very good. But
Step to
I
it.
think we'll keep up with it like that, and we'll park our army right at the very edge of our territory here. No, I don't think we can change our stance now, can we? So in that case, we might as well wait it out over here. Well, actually, no, never mind. This isn't even our territory anymore. We'll move forwards a bit. So let's see. What else happened? We gained some population surplus, some people made some tradies, and we were trespassing, but now we aren't. And we did build that Reichs fort, so that's pretty good. And I think in the meantime, we'll just want to wait for the 2 turns so that we can use this new build location to pluck down one of these blacksmiths, which will unlock some Empire Knights and some Empire or some halberdiers, but the main thing is unlocking the armory, which will give us a nice mixture of things for Reichsguards, great swords, and eventually steam tanks, which will be all very, very, very useful. So that is that. In the meantime, we do have the option to upgrade the Imperial Harbor. I think we'll do that, simply because it is probably worth our while. Tier 2 building, what the heck, sure, and that drains up all of our cash, which is, in my opinion, a good thing for the very start of the game. If we can build that up for later on, I think that'll be really, really handy. Yeah, some more diplomacy stuff. Conrad von Sigurd actually gains a level just by sitting there. Perfect. So we can level him up with an additional level for more spells. But I think we'll... Let's see, what should we do? We can get him a lot of different levels of some more spells and things like that. But I think before that we'll get 1 level over here. And it may be worthwhile getting some things in Comet Struck for reducing corruption inside the lands. That might be very helpful later on, and it might pay some dividends to have that earlier than later.
Raise your weapons.
And for the meantime, this is going to be a rather trivial battle, so let's skip forwards to that. Take the town, and we can either subjugate it, loot it, raid it, or just simply occupy it. And that'll be nice, I'll just occupy it. Ah, perfect. Get some weapons as well.
My vows.
So
I'm gonna see whether or not we can actually equip those people anywhere over here, because it would be really rather useful to have one of these guys, one of the entertainers, follow our band around. Main thing is that we want to increase the military happening or the public order as best as we can. And with one of the entertainer guys sticking around, we do get that +4, where I think it's +2. And we just simply have more than one person who gives something like that, and I think that'll be really, really helpful. So next time we should be gaining, from the looks of it, +9 points. So quite handy. And afterwards, I think we bring the war over to Westmund and Karlberg
What does the Emperor
in due
bid?
fashion. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's see. Yeah, those people are unfriendly. They might even attack us at one point or another. So that's definitely one thing. And the other thing is recruitment of heroes. That's one thing that we might want to do. So currently we can recruit some Empire captains. And we can hopefully figure out what they do. So we'll wait until that loads, and hopefully that'll tell us in a bit. No, that is not what I want. I guess we can just honestly recruit one of these troops and see what they do, really. So let's do that.
The Empire!
Let's recruit this guy, and let's see what Hamlet Ludendorff, an Empire captain, does. So let's see. So he passively reduces chaotic and pure corruption throughout the land. He assault garrison. Okay, so I see. So he can do some damage there. He can discourage the local populace, kill some characters, inflict damage upon all units in an enemy land. But okay. So this is the stuff that I'm looking for: being able to increase public order and being able to assassinate other characters. I guess are both fairly useful things. So now we just have to figure out how exactly he does that.
No, not even if ordered.
So, chances are is that we'll have to give him a turn, and chances are is that some of these abilities are passive, of course. So we'll just wait that out. And that's kind of our first line of things here. So I think we have all of that stuff set up. I'm gonna give Franz some more points here. We actually unlocked a quest here. So we'll unlock the Reichland Runefang, which is apparently, you know, some mystical blade that I think we need to get this quest done before we can use it, but you know, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. And we can raise the tax rate in this province, so we might as well. So we'll have to look into that. Have to look into how we exactly do that quest here. So let's just take a look at this. Sack some more settlements for some more cash. That's easy enough. A bring to heal, vassalize somebody. Easy enough. Recruit a wizard. That'll come with time. Build a foundry. Again, that'll come with time. Do some more missions, which is largely self-fulfilling, and some other good stuff like that. So that's pretty good. And let's see. So actually, the sole objective of this mission is really to form an alliance with Nordland. So we'll see how we can roll that through. Either way, it shouldn't be a big issue. Yeah, let's see. They want a non-aggression pact, eh? We'll get rid of that. What I want to do is I want to get them to join into an alliance with us. They don't want to trade with us. That's odd. And that puts us at a moderate chance of succeeding, which I think would be pretty good. But I guess not. Okay, you...
Those who can harness it gain access to
You need to leave. There we go. Perfect.
Absolutely not.
I command here.
So I see that passive AI wandering around doing things like that.
Direct me.
Not exactly the best for our sake. So let's see.
I refuse such orders.
What can you do? Okay. So we can deploy this hero. That's kind of how he sets up
Bring me to battle.
for his orders. So, come to think of it, I'm gonna get 2 of those Empire captains. Kind of have the maximum that we can ever have at one time at our disposal. And let's get Karl Franz to move. We have damaged buildings. Unfortunately, we do. So let's get those repaired. Easy enough. What is this? Ostermark rebels. Count Hertwig of Ostermark has declared his province free of the Empire's yoke. Ostermark is now an independent nation. Something about Ostermark, eh? Where is that? I don't think that's actually under our control just yet. But it's kind of bad news now, isn't it? We'll have to deal with them. And... oh, I see. So it doesn't even give us a... mission type of deal, so that's kind of weird, but sure. Mittenland over here on the River Reich is has no allies, so they'll be fairly easy, hopefully I should say, to subjugate. So we'll send them in.
Off we go.
And I guess we'll get one of our war captains to come back here, hopefully assassinate some of these characters, and that's that.
Slam.
So I know we don't have a high chance of assassinating him, but, or I guess that works out. I think we had a 30-some chance to do that. But we'll get him to go in there and to work that out. More or less because we need some more governor characters, and Hamlet will serve that purpose, hopefully. So yeah, like the previous Let's Plays for Total War games, my general style with the supporting characters is that I don't necessarily like to use them inside direct combat. I don't think that's kind of the right way to do that. I think it's just better to kind of more or less see what happens. And it looks like we got a mission. Our countrymen have requested that we weaken their enemy's position by seizing one of their regions. So if we do that, they have a higher chance of joining us. That's fair.
Fight for our nation.
No, that's gonna be absolutely trivial to conquer.
This will bolster the
Perfect.
nation.
And we even gained some items for that.
The Empire.
Alright, so here is kind of... oh, he was across the
By the
border.
comet.
Ah, that's a shame. What I was going to do was that I was going to
How should we
pluck that character down inside the province,
Yes,
right?
General.
Or we can do it
will
here.
be an honor.
And what Hamlet
Who
here will
calls?
do is that... ooh, nasty giant spider, I just noticed. What he'll do is that he'll actually raise the public order of the province, and he'll try to keep that high. Very, very
Bring me to
useful
my men.
for our purposes, so that'll be very, very good. Now, how are we doing back here? We're getting a lot of lands, so let's grab some... let's grab a blacksmith, and then afterwards I think we'll get a shrine of Sigmar in just a bit. So yeah, that's that. Now, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Storm of Magic, Comet Struck. Eh. We'll pick up the Burning Head spell. That sounds interesting to use. See how that works. And this should be our 5th settlement. So that's pretty good. Let's see what this is. A great migration demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. We can either shun them away, or we can get some growth and some lower recruitment costs. So I'll go with lower recruitment costs. And
Yes, my lord.
hope that within 3 turns we'll be able to recruit some of those lovely
To strengthen
new
the empire.
units. But in the meantime, I wouldn't mind getting
Now,
them 2 more ranks of
men,
swordsmen.
I will fight with you.
Let's send him across. Let's send you all the way over here to check out what exactly is inside this border tile. And it looks like that looks like it's not necessarily a province in itself. This area over here looks like it's just some sort of neutral zone. So that It's kind of cool. Yeah, Fates of Magic always change. I'm guessing Mittenland is
Ulrich's
somewhere
will.
far, far away, because they are not responding. So there's that. Let's get some siege towers
No peace,
built for
just
Westman.
war.
And we'll crash those in.
Direct me.
So that should be pretty fun. In the meantime, let's try to assassinate another one of these priests. So 30% chance base. Unfortunately, we have a high chance of getting wounded ourselves once again. That's rather unfortunate, but we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. So there is that. And in the meantime, let's get some more troops here. So we already have the blacksmith. We're getting the armory. And in the meantime here, we can get that Shrinish Sigmar. It'll give us a warrior priest, which is a new type of support character, which is alright, but not exactly the thing that I'm going after. So hopefully in a bit, what I want to do is I want to get another military building. And I think you're starting to see the picture here. We want to do a lot of the recruitment just inside the center of our just inside the center of our nation here. So to that, we might be getting a... Ooh, actually... Yeah, sure, let's get a gunsmith. Let's get a gunsmith. That'll allow us to recruit both artillery pieces and some of those handgunners. Both, I
will hear your
presume,
petition,
fairly
but make no
useful.
promises to act on it.
So let's see, Boris Todebringer of Mittenland wants peace because they're fighting 4 enemies at once. We will reject their claims, or their request, I guess. Not really a claim. And ooh, that looks deadly. What is this all about? This is Tempelhof, a neutral army. They don't look too neutral, not at all.
I
And
refuse.
oh, I see. They're actually getting chased by a much
Sigmar
bigger
forbids
army.
To the provinces.
We might want to send our force over to that side to help guard things, but nah, it shouldn't be a big problem. We should be good.
Yes.
Right, so let's get oh no, critical failure.
The Empire.
That's a shame.
Kill 'em.
We really need to assassinate this oh, are you kidding me? We lost 2. Yeah, so back to the drawing board. We need to buy some more Empire captains. Or no, I guess we can't buy anymore. I think they were... well, I guess they were wounded. They weren't killed. Yeah, because that ban is just going to lower our public order within the region. And gradually, that guy's going to bleed us dry, which is not very, very good.
Men,
So we should have a set of towers here. We'll wait one more turn before we start the siege.
I will hear your petition, but make no...
What, one turn for a measly 200 gold, I presume? That's not really worth it. We'll skip that. And hey, Ulster Mark has been eliminated.
Attack!
Good enough. So we have whatever we need for a siege, which is nice. But I think our heroes are still not suited for battle. And ooh, yikes, that is a full stack of skeleton warriors and other nasty things. That is something that I don't think we can fight, but I don't think we can ignore either. So how good are our halberdiers? I mean, they're armored piercing, which is something that our spearmen don't have. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So I don't necessarily want to do any more recruitment for this army just yet. But I don't know about all that. That might force our hand. I just don't want that war spilling into our
We must attack.
lands any further.
To war.
In the meantime, I guess we'll fight a siege over here against Westmud. And oh, that's right. We can, I guess, equip our different banners here. So this thing actually, what does this do? Drops the leadership of whatever units are around it. So if we so this is kind kind of a cool thing. So we can drag it to our commander. I guess our guy will wield it, and whenever we get close to the enemy, they'll run away. Maybe the color scheme is bad or something like that. So that'll be that. It's kind of cool. And we got another unit briefing here. Looks like Otter Nutsbacker over here has some Outlanders, armor-piercing Vanguard units. So they look like they're more or less Dragoon units from what I see. So that's kind of cool. Now, somebody said last time that these city maps only kind of appear at national kind of capital or capital. What am I saying? Provincial capitals. It doesn't look like that's actually the case here because Westmont over here is, I think, yeah, going by the minimap, it's a pretty small town, so that I guess doesn't hold necessarily. I don't know. We'll see. Nevertheless, I should probably take a look at the rest of their troops here. So they're bringing in some a lot more handgunners than we have, unfortunately. And they're also bringing in a lot of those halberdier troops. So we'll have to see how well they perform. I mean, none of our units are particularly big, so hopefully we will be fine. The crossbowmen might have difficulty picking them off on those ramparts, but that'll be that, I guess. Right, well, we'll see once we get into the battle, of course. Yikes, that takes a long time to load up. Okay. And again, absolutely beautiful towns and cities and things like that. This is wonderful, especially the little thing on the top there. So not a lot of magic on the map. We'll go with it. Just simply because I don't think we'll get any better setups. So let's see. So this is actually a 2-gate map. And inside the back here, there's a bit of a victory plaza, which I presume is what we'll have to break through to. This time, I think the game's deployment is actually not bad at all, so we'll go with it. See what they have to offer us.
Attack!
The Empire endures!
Yes, General! We serve
Yes,
the
General!
Emperor!
Sigmar
Yes,
calls! Prepare for combat!
Hand gunners! No lingering!
Come men!
Ranged weapons ready!
To arms!
Huh, that's kind of neat that they don't actually merge through the giant tower as I thought they would.
Blood in my veins! We are Sigmar's heirs! They are Sigmar's foes! Get up there!
Oh no!
Hold those towers at any cost! Awaiting order!
Yeah, so that kind of sucks. Our towers are actually blocking some of the shots. So I don't think the ranged fire here will actually do too much. But if it takes pressure away from everyone else, I think I'll be... Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Traitors! Swordsmen! Rid them of life!
It's a shame they didn't make it so that when the door drops, that actually takes out the couple of dudes standing nearby. But it looks like we got some decent drops on the enemy infantry here. And whoo! Yikes!
What do you think? Ulrich!
Yeah, they might take down the siege tower over here. That would be kind of bad because we are winning decisively over here, and we could have used this siege tower to get even more troops up along the tower walls.
Crossbows ready, General!
So I think we may move our guys a little closer. Hopefully the game knows that
Ready!
it'd be a lot easier to arc over our shots and go like that.
Kindle flame! Onward! That's an order! My rule is absolute!
They're hitting themselves with artillery. Perfect.
Swordsmen!
So our swordsmen up along the lines here. They just have to keep the folks in blue
Die, traitor!
occupied long enough such that the rest of our forces down there can get over here with some ladders. That would be really, really nice.
Attack! As long as we draw breath, they will die! For Heldenhammer! Yes, my
And it looks like
lord!
so far we're doing a wonderful job keeping these troops at bay. So we already have a set of
We are Sigmar's heirs!
guys who've broken. That is very, very good.
To battle! Swordsman!
So now, the question is, do we chase them down here? And I think we go for Oss over here.
This is what happens when you give up.
That actually puts us right in a nice flanking location against them. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can actually get
Halberdiers! Shields
some of these
up!
troops to go right on through.
Die, traitor!
Ooh. Their own mortars shattered their own infantry. That's funny.
For Heldenhammer!
And I've got to say, we are keeping their troops nicely occupied. Let's get you people on the ladders to run. Oh, didn't mean to put that into fast forward.
Crossbowmen! Shields up! They are wavering!
Perfect. And how are we doing over here with the ladders?
Die, traitor!
Yeah, so, oh. I figured they'd actually carry ladders like the other games, but I guess not. But it's nice, we're getting more troops onto the walls, that's always good.
Form a ring of steel!
Ready for war! By Karl Franz!
And I think with the rest of the troops we can just issue them very, very general orders to move forwards here.
Soldiers of the Empire! Swordsmen!
Oh, looks like we managed to corner off all of these troops up here on the walls.
Die, traitor!
Yep.
By Sigmar! They come from behind!
So I think we just trapped the vast majority of their folks up on top of the walls here. It's always good.
Die, traitor! By Ulrich's wrath!
By Ulrich's wrath!
Swordsman!
Standing by! For Heldenhammer!
The Empire endures!
Zion! Make me proud of the province!
It's kind of funny, they just poking them as they walk around over there. Ooh, chase him,
A
chase him
united
down.
empire! It's
There you go.
matters!
Die, traitor!
Okay, so it's actually really good that we got those archers there. They cover a very vital road junction from the looks of it. So that is just painting death down to anything below.
Empire endures!
Ooh,
Shields up!
you people have to go back. There's only 9 of you left. I think we just give the general order to come down on the walls and to really crush whatever is there.
Swordsman!
Now we got to make the decision. Do we want to charge that? And I don't think we do. The archers seem the archers seem to be very, very effective
Guides us.
in routing everything over there.
They're coming from the sides!
Let's go!
But that is definitely something we want to catch.
Our weapons are yours! Swordsman!
Perfect. Whew. So a pretty good mini siege right over here. And yep, once again the archers seem to be decently good at their jobs. Come to think of it, we never actually saw the cavalry units come by. So, I guess the shock corps won us the battle there. That's a lot of swordsmen with close to 100 kills. That's pretty good. Pikemen didn't do too much, but I mean that's kind of, you know, acceptable given that they weren't really inside the first wave of troops. So that is all well and good, and Karl Franz never even made an appearance on that battlefield, so there is also that. Okay. So going from here, let's see, I think Mittenland over here still has one more town. We'll need to take some time to recover our forces, but afterwards we'll march on their capital, hopefully take it over, and yeah, that should be pretty good. Now, I think one of the things that we might want to ask ourselves here is, do we necessarily disband the archers, or do we keep them around, seeing as how they do have a couple of levels of veterans here, or do we switch them around for the gunners? So that might be kind of interesting to see.
To strengthen the Empire.
Right, so that is
Summon
one
the
more
Elector
place
Counts.
down. Perfect. Huh. Alright. I guess we'll get all of that updated, and soon enough I guess we'll press on to Mittenhelm. So let's check one thing here. So it looks like it'll take a while before the other units over here can be recruited. So it looks like at the very least I'll use 1 turn for the gunsmith. And I think afterwards we should be fine in terms of recruiting the handgunners, which will be really, really nice. And oh, that's already finished our technology of volley fire over here, which makes our guys shoot faster. Very, very useful. So now let's see what else we can do. So because we've unlocked the blacksmith and I presume an Imperial Harbor, we get some of the benefits here. So, let's see. We can get some weapon strengths, or alternatively weapon armor for our line infantry. And I think since we already have our ranged units covered, I think we might as well get some state-issued weapons for our guys. So that is that. And over here with Mongus, I guess we'll give him Inspiring Presence for the true leadership effect. And that'll be, I guess, turn 31.
You come before me as arrogant fools. Refuse.
Yeah, no, we won't get them to join. Templehof. They are getting very
Your
reckless.
conquests strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen it.
Ah, now this is nice. We can recruit siege mortars now. So those will be really, really useful. But I think for now, getting some more handgunners will be definitely one of the things that I do want to add to our list here. So there's that. And the other thing is, I want to see whether or not we can potentially change up some of these troops, some of the crossbowmen into gunners. But it doesn't look like we can. So that kind of sucks.
Send Schwartz Helm in my stead.
I think for our purposes,
Bring me to my men against Sigmar's teachings.
Let's see. Do I have to grab all of them like that to move them? No.
This action does not have my consent.
What is going on here?
I will not obey.
Huh.
I don't agree with that.
Apparently they won't move,
Very
so
well.
that kind of sucks.
Not in my name.
So now why is that? Oh, I see, we just have to get rid of that, sure. So let's see, what is this all about? Under Dark Moon's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad. We can either improve the omens, or alternatively we can do nothing. And that is, to me, is not what the costs, so I think we'll do nothing.
On march!
Right, so in the meantime, let's march to Mittenland and hopefully begin our siege next turn. Right. We recruited a lot of handgunners.
Yes, my lord.
We'll recruit even more this turn. We'll get a whole stack, and then from Helmgard we can launch another force. So that is one of the things that we want to do. The other thing is, I want to get another army set up. So soon enough, I think we'll get one of these commanders to go on through. None of these guys have particularly good traits, unfortunately, so I think we'll do that next turn.
I am Prince and Emperor. Moving off.
Yeah, and why can't we siege this? We can't attack in our current stance, eh? Huh. Oh, I see. It's because they're in marching mode. We'll have to switch that off. That's gonna take some time. But the other thing is that I don't remember turning it on, so I think that either carried from something
I command here.
Or something else happened. Either way, we'll switch that off.
Into battle.
And I guess we'll start the siege of
No peace,
Mittenland,
just war.
or Mittenheim. So sure, that should go on through in some time. And in the meantime, how are our characters doing? Because I know we had these two. Oh, I see. So they're still wounded. They'll be back within a turn. So then we can send them back out and hopefully get them to do some more stuff around the map for us. In the meantime, we can get our force down here to start conducting some operations. And you know what? I think the play would be to recruit another hero this turn, hopefully someone that's good. Eldred Helborg seems to be our man inside the region, so I'll send that army off. I'll recruit Eldred at Heimgard, where he can do his recruiting. And we'll get him to protect the south. In the meantime, we'll try to add some more lands to our sides here with Mangus's army. And even better, his units start off with a level of veterancy.
All you survey are loyal to me, so I advise caution with your next words.
Let's see. What should we do here? We do want to force Nordland to join us in our coalition, but I think that's going to be a very hard sell for them. Stranger comes. We can either gain some money. Let's see what this is all about. Click stranger from the misshrouded land of Albion approaches with a request. He is of sinister aspect, but ensures that his tensions are good. So, either we can gain some chaos corruption for all of our provinces for some money, or alternatively we can safeguard and refuse this. So we will refuse that and send that off.
No. Yes, General.
Perfect. Our captains are back, and we can try to go for round 2 over
Your
here.
orders.
I really hope this success. It's gonna fail, but it's not gonna kill him off. So
the provinces.
I don't know. I
Step
think
direct.
that's all right. That's meh in my books, but we'll send them over there.
Attack!
And right, so I think we need another turn at the very least for this siege to wrap up. So we'll give them some time. There we go. Marshal the troops, raise an army, we gain some recruitment costs and things like that, modifiers. We're not gonna do that because we already have that for one. Please do kill them. Yes, thank you. Perfect, so that's good. And now I think we can add, oh, I don't know, authoritarian to this guy's skill sets. They were about to start a rebellion inside this province, so it's very handy having him back, and soon enough we'll put him to the work of
Sir?
restabilizing those provinces for us.
Yes,
So I
my
think
lord.
that's kind of the path of progress over here. Let's see what we can do about taking Vessenland for ourselves.
Ulrich's will!
Really? You people have towers too? Okay.
Attack!
So, let's lay siege to that, and hope for a fairly fast and speedy
I will marshal the
expedited war. So right, so they'll do that, and in the meantime, let's see, for you, we're gonna buy you some regular spearmen. So that locks up the 4 tiles, and that'll raise us another band
Fight
soon
for our
enough.
nation.
And how's this going?
Men,
I think we'll just continue
will
the
fight
siege.
with you.
Ooh. Okay, so these people decide to try to break out of our siege on the southern front. So they are bringing 2 in, like from the looks of it, 1.5 stack against our stack here. So this should be interesting to see. They are bringing lots and lots of swordsmen into the fray. A decent amount of pikemen from the looks of it, and a couple of those crossbowmen, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially because our units all have veterancy bonuses and they, however, do not. So let's see how well we can just shoot out all of these people. Huh. Alright, let's see what we have this time. So, a reinforcing army coming out from over here. They get the high ground this time. So let's get our deployments set up. What is Mangos actually leading? He's leading a bunch of swordsmen, okay.
By the
Well, no,
Emperor's
he is,
will, rested on his mantle.
he is a sword infantry unit. Okay, so that's who leads our second army. So I think we'll set up inside the woods over here. What I want to do
Numidia, guide us. Very well.
is
Sigmar
I want
calls.
to... I really do want to use this skirmish line of handgunners to our fullest advantage.
Quick march.
So we'll get them to set up near the front.
Spearmen!
Rest of the units I want them to line
For the
line themselves
Empire!
inside the
Quick
woods.
march.
And we'll try to use the tree line to the best of our advantage. And the main thing is that, oh, if we were able to get some flanking shots onto these guys, that would be really, really good. So let's take a look at some of these handgunners once again. So the main thing is that they have, you know, decently high leadership, but I think a lot of just missile damage for what it's worth. Decent range, decent armor penetration, I think, is the big thing. So one of the only questions is
Endures.
who exactly do they shoot? And I think these
Yes,
troops
sir.
right over here
Quickly.
are a more promising target, especially because they're advancing with haste
position.
towards us. Right, so we have only infantry on the map, so I don't think we can get charged by anything, you know, particularly deadly. So I'm going to let my skirmish line fall away from our main forces by just a bit.
Fight with us, not against.
Other troops set up. They're going to enter our range of fire really, really soon. Oh, there we go. And let's slow the game down. Let's see the bullets come. Oh, there it goes. Pew, 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 pew. I'm actually going to turn off the skirmish order for now, because we don't necessarily need them to run away in this situation. This situation, I do really want them to brawl it out. And that is just absolutely devastating. They are just putting on an entire, oh my god, volley after volley onto that one unit.
Handgunners.
Truly, truly devastating stuff. Oh,
By Ulrich's
it's gonna run some artillery. It's gonna run their artillery right into
Heldenhammer.
right into them.
Yes, General.
All right, they're close enough. Let's get our charge started.
Sir. To war. Ready.
The Empire endures! Let's go!
There we go.
By Ulrich's wrath. Handgunners.
So ideally, we want this to happen. We want our guys fighting them in the front,
Awaiting orders.
and hopefully we can get our gunners to start nicking away at whatever is
Battle.
behind the ranks.
Handgunners. Go. Moving.
So I want to get all the handgunners set up so that they can
Standing
fire.
by. To battle. Sir. Wise counsel.
For the Emperor!
Fight, men. Fight for our right to live.
Spearmen!
Traitor. We are Sigmar's heirs. Ready. Troops. Ready.
So! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Let us go. Handgunners. No lingering. Sir. Detachments move. March.
Detachment, move!
Sigmar, call! Spearmen! We are Sigmar's heirs! By Sigmar's will! March!
Ooh, they have a fair amount of
Smash them aside!
ranged units as well.
Endures.
Yes, sir! Yes, General! To battle!
Ranged weapons.
So that is not exactly the best for us,
Gunners! Sigmar
but
calls!
sure.
At speed!
Ready for war! Ready!
I think we're still doing pretty well on the other two flanks, so I think we're fine.
Swordsman!
Swordsmen over here have shields, so at the very least, hopefully they'll be able to keep the line back.
Sigmar calls!
Yes, General!
Ready! Enrage! Sigmar
nope.
calls!
Swordsman! Sigmar calls! Formation!
Here, let's get you guys just to try to hold the line as best as you can.
By Ulrich's wrath!
We are Sigmar's heirs! Seeking enemy!
And with the rest of the line, I guess we'll just get them to set up as best as they can.
Detachments move! For Heldenhammer!
Spearmen!
Damn. It would have been really useful to have some more cavalry for this battle, I guess.
What? The Empire endures!
So there, that buys us some time.
Yes, General! For Heldenhammer!
Go! On our
Can you not
way,
shift move? No, you can't. It's just really iffy.
Heading Sigmar call for the Emperor!
Moving out!
General!
Swordsman!
Yes, General! Spearmen!
For Heldenhammer!
But anyhow, right now we really do want our line to reform here. Once we have that, I think we'll be pretty good.
Soldiers of the Empire!
A united Empire is all that matters! Ready for war! Handgunners! Standing by! Withdraw!
Take position!
Yeah, there we go.
Spearmen!
So right, so that'll put some pressure on them. Oh, that is not good. A lot of our
We are Sigmar's
no,
heirs!
a lot of our main line is breaking.
The Empire is
Yeah, yikes.
Yes,
I
General!
think in this case we have to issue the retreat
Awaiting order!
and pull our guys back to safety, because they just have simply too much stuff there for us to deal with. But let's take a look at the losses, and that was, you know, I would say a decently fair fight. It was for the most part even, but I think the main thing was just like maybe just a mixture of the fact that yeah, their ranged units were firing for the entirety of the time, and they were actually really good with the constant barrages of arrows. But from looks of it, whichever gunner units that we had that could fire, such as that one right over there, the gunners, looks like it works. It's just that they didn't really have a lot of time to shoot, which is the shitty part. So from the looks of it, all of our units came out all right. So I think the minute that we pull back, we can regroup and charge them back in again. And you know, going by their losses, it looks like, yeah, definitely they also lost an absolute ton on their front lines. Right, so hopefully we can send these people back, and I think we're just playing on normal, whatever the default difficulty is, really. Yeah, so there's that. valiant defeat. I'm actually really surprised that some of the troops that come out of here can come out as yeah, like 8 or so dudes out of the group.
Let us move.
So he'll pull back, that's fine. And I'm not quite sure about this army right over here encroaching our borders, but that is that. So how are these guys doing? They are, they're actually pretty intact for the most part, though they do need some more swordsmen. So let's march them back over here. And let's get them to rebuild that entire line. So that should set them up. Over here, same thing. I think we need some more swordsmen so they'll fill out the pool.
It will be an honor.
And let's get you to restock.
Men, we must attack. No peace, just war.
And over here, this is, you know, not a terribly greatly suited battle for us, so I think we will actually continue the siege and try to force Mittenheim to come out onto the field. So that might take a bit of time. That's going to take at least 12 turns. We'll see. We'll see how well that goes. The main thing is that I have a feeling that with the situation down here, we might need to bring down 2 armies to deal with all that. And that might be slightly more difficult to contend with. So, in the meantime, what we can do is upgrade some buildings. Let's get a weaving house over here. We don't need casualty replacement. What we need right now is some more money-generating buildings. The Tailor's Guild for 2.5k, we'll buy that. $60% more income for that amount of cash. Don't really have anything. Sure, we'll upgrade that. But yeah, right now, I think that settles things.
To the provinces.
Right, so that force is set up. And over here, with these 2 armies filled with troops, we might be able to make the march onto them.
Into battle.
And now over here, I think we just still hold.
What?
Yeah. So let's get you to change your stance to marching, and we'll get these 2 armies to join up, and we'll try to make for a second push downwards. So let's get you some more campaign speed movement, and once that second force links up, we'll get them to push in force. What do they want? They want a non-aggression pact. We'll still reject that. Ooh, no, that is bad. I did not expect them to be able to move that far away. But that is good. We can retreat, and perfect. So they're actually, I think, trapped inside our lands.
I will marshal the men.
Right, so we'll get you to switch to the regular mode of movement.
Praise Sigmar.
We'll get you to move into position.
Ready. For Heldenhammer.
And they can retreat. That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
We march. What does the Emperor bid?
But now we can intercept them, and for the sake of having some fun with some gunners, we'll charge them, and we'll try to pick off this entire group of, I guess, dissidents from Wessenland. But this time they have the cavalry to support them. They're pistoliers. But I doubt that'll be an issue. So I think once we crush this force, Eben von Ludwitz, our main force in the south, led by Eldred Helborg over here, can just safely advance. And then the Empire, the reinforcing troops, can then take it towards the north to support our main army led by Karl Franz. It's a shame that one of the things that they got rid of, you know, just kind of talking about the improvements that they made from the to the game. I think, you know, one of the things that they really need to bring back, oddly enough, is the unit scale modifier. So I mean, back in the day, you could get into the game files and you could change that one modifier, so then you could have like 4,000 if your PC was good enough, up to 6,000, or like, sorry, not 1,000, but 400, 600 units per little, you know, card, which would have been really, really nice, especially for some of the newer games. But yeah, they don't have that feature anymore. And, you know, one of the things is that the unit counts have actually been getting smaller, which is something that not exactly the biggest fan of. Alright, so our reinforcements are going to be joining us from over there.
Sigmar calls!
So in that case, we might want to set up
State troops ready!
in some other position, such as over here for now.
To battle! For the Empire!
And once our reinforcements joins us, we can then start marching on their columns. They have a pretty nice color scheme. I do like the black and maroon with gold trim, though. I think that's pretty nice.
That's an order!
We have something similar going on. Right, there we go. So that's the reinforcing core. Lots and lots of good stuff.
Yes, sir, quickly!
Yeah, so let's skip the boring part, the part where our forces link together and combine into one big thing, and where they casually shell us from afar. Yeah, because these projectiles, I mean, the mortars, they're not that great, especially if I can just space out my gunners like that. So yeah, that definitely becomes less of an issue. And now let's get you fine folks to just conduct a very slow march forwards. And this ridge right over here, this is going to impede our gunners' movements going forward, but that I think is fine for the most part. So let's get our units to scatter out. We have a numerical advantage, so what I'd like to do is to be able to get all of our gunners inside firing range and really just ideally skirmish these troops down to nothing. Troops are still fresh. That's pretty good. Right, let's actually start this.
At speed! Hand gunners! Quick march! Come then! To arms!
So they're going to try to hide behind those hills. And what I want to do here is I want to try to approach that hilltop, and I want to try to pick off anything that comes nearby. Ooh, they're going to advance, sure.
Missiles will fly! Hand gunners! Ready to engage! For Heldenhammer! Hand gunners! It will be done! Sigmar calls!
Yeah, their cavalry are not going to last very long under that fire.
Ranged weapons ready! Missiles ready, my friend! Ready! Sigmar calls! Hand gunners! Ready for war! Hand gunners! Keeping distance, sir! We are Sigmar's heirs! For the comet, ready! Hand gunners! Missile infantry! Hand gunners!
I'm on fire.
Ranald,
Ah.
we're ready! What? Standing by! The Empire!
The thing here is that I really do want this skirmish line to start picking up on doing some of the legwork down here.
Handgunners! It will be done! Our weapons are yours!
Sigmar calls!
Spearmen!
Sir! Yes, sir!
Ready for war!
That doesn't look too bad.
Understood!
Ready! Sigmar calls! Fight with us! Not against!
I wonder if we'll be able to kill this commander before they
Handgunners!
manage to land any blows in the handgunners.
Yes,
If not, that's not too much of a problem. He is pretty much as good as dead right there.
Our weapons are yours!
Swordsman! Handgunners!
The Empire endures!
Soldiers of the Empire!
General! By Ulrich's wrath! Yes, sir.
No! Heading out! Take position!
Ready!
To battle!
Sigmar calls!
Swordsman!
Wise counsel!
Now! Ready! Formation, march!
It will be done!
For the Emperor! Shoot them!
Yes, General!
Handgunners!
Back to the field, fools! We fight for Sigmar!
Swordsmen!
For the Emperor!
Take aim! Swordsman!
Yes, General!
With a twin-tailed turret!
Spearmen! We obey!
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, there we go. So that was, I'd say, a pretty straightforward battle. I think we did take a decent amount of losses on the front line of troops, but on second thoughts, I guess not. You know, going by the win-loss, this is what am I saying? Deployed versus lost troops. From the looks, for the most part, it looks like the gunners really did pick up the pace here by shooting a whole ton of the troops out of the field even before the combat has really started. So I think the vast majority of the troops that did, you know, a lot of the legwork was part of the reinforcing army, and you know that's kind of one thing that I really don't like, that they honestly don't include those troops inside the mix here. But to that, even with the gunners that we saw there, between them, you know, 60 each, 60 kills, about, you know, 50-ish kills. That's not too bad. Hell, for the most part, our mainline troops didn't even get into the fight, and to that, didn't even really matter for the most part. So that's kind of nice. Huh. Right, so back on top of the campaign map, it looks like still a decent part of their army made it out alive, so we might have to hunt these troops down. But for the most part, that should be fine. Where exactly do we find this loot? It's weirdest thing. So let's see, this time I'm thinking about honestly pardoning the captives for the cash. Mostly because I don't know
Let us move.
what we'd need it again. Okay, so we gained a lot of followers
Yes,
from
my
that,
lord.
so that's kind of neat.
Moving off.
And from the looks of it, that army was actually destroyed, so that's not too bad.
War calls.
Right, so in that case, I think we'll get our main army in the region to march south.
By the
These
comet.
troops, I shouldn't have moved them downwards because I actually need them
On
to
march. Yes.
come up all the way there. Looks like that'll take them 4 turns to reinforce whatever we have there. But that is that. And in the meantime, I guess we just assign some of these points really hard to hit, and then we do Inspiring Presence and we do Route Marcher. But yeah, one of the biggest... I don't know why it has these super long loading times. They just are like that, so that's not too good. But anyhow, we get a free warrior priest for some play from somewhere. Apparently we have the backing of the cult of Sigmar, and therefore we get a free warrior priest. So this is something that we can't build yet, but we will of course be able to do that later on. So let's see what they can do. So they can cleanse corruption, they can damage some buildings, they can inhabit provinces to make them grow. Oddly enough, inside the negatives, so I think that's for our enemies rather. They can assassinate units, they can demoralize armies, they can increase our growth, and they can... Ooh, this is really, really useful. Healing troops. So it looks like for the most part these warrior priests, I'm actually a little hesitant to say that they're,
Sir?
you know, super useful.
Graf.
The main thing is that with these captains, the benefit of having them is that they can increase public order, which is incredibly, incredibly useful. But these warrior priests, they can't, so I think for the most part we'll get them to follow around armies to heal them up when they have that ability, but for now they might just be our assassin units, keeping our guys out of trouble like that. And right, so we gained a new tech, we gained state-issued weapons, so our units should be slightly stronger. We're gonna get the inverse of that, we're gonna give them some armor to protect them a bit better. So that is that. What is Mittelland doing?
In my court, yet here you are.
They want a peace treaty with us. We're gonna counter-offer that we want them to join a confederation with us. Is kind of the big thing. We'll send that over, but you know what? If they refuse, we won't do anything with that. They want a peace treaty. We won't give that over. And what is this? They're gonna send an agent our way. So that's fair. Yeah, they didn't do much, but they did. One of our buildings did get damaged somewhere. We'll have to deal with that later.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
And let's see. I can deploy our hero, or I can get him to come over here. I'll get him to swing over
I will
there.
marshal the band.
You, I want you to come to think of it,
Yes.
be put on movement mode, so
Pick up
he
the
can
pace.
march really, really fast across the lands, and that'll reinforce our primary units in just a bit. Holy crap, that is a lot of damage. Yeah, we'll have to get all of that fixed.
The Celestial College implores that I hear you.
No, we don't want
I will
to
hear
join
what
with
you have
them.
to say.
No, we don't want to hear what you have to say. None of
Bow
that
before your
matters.
emperor.
No. In my opinion, they shouldn't have make those. Actually, nowadays, it seems as though the turns take a really short amount of time. But one of the things is the loadings for the battles take longer now. So I think there's a bit of a trade-off there. Now, what that is actually from, I don't know, but it's
Yes?
present, I guess, is how I would put it.
Onwards to war.
Right, so anyhow, our forces are reinforced here.
Men,
If we
I
wanted
will
to launch a
fight with you.
siege, we could. And we would get a lot of troops over
Attack!
here to finish off Mittenheim. So that's definitely one possibility. And down here to the south, I think we're also, I think on this turn we're actually ready for 2 sieges. So let's kick it off with the bigger one
Fight
first.
for our nation.
And I guess to that, let's take the fight to Mittenland, to the capital, to see how much damage we can really do inside this area. So now they are also being reinforced, but yeah. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting map. We haven't seen this before. A corner map. Yeah, so the turns are fast, that's good, but like these battles do take way too long to load, in my opinion. One thing though is, honestly I think the campaign map inside this, inside Warhammer Fantasy is a little bit smaller than the map that they had for, say for example, Rome 2. Or alternatively, it might be, you know, for intents and purposes about the same, it's just that the camera's either zoomed in or zoomed out more in one game versus the other. And the other thing is, I think, you know, with the inclusion of the what do you call them? The pseudo pneumatic factions, like I think the chaos factions where they can roam around, they don't really have towns. I think those guys do add, you know, some more stuff to the game than what they would have had. So yeah, that's that. Right, so for this battle, one of the things that we might want to try to figure out really fast is where those reinforcements are coming from. So long as we can intercept them, the actual siege should be pretty easy. Right, so let's see, how is this gonna work? All of our friendlies are gonna come from over here. Makes no sense to put our army on the other side, so I guess we'll stack them over here. I don't see why we can't use that gate versus the gates over here, but that's that.
Swordsman.
And yeah, from the most part, it doesn't look like we get the chance to intercept the enemy's army, so I guess this will have to do.
Ready! Yes, General! The Empire endures!
Holy.
Sigmar, call!
Yeah, those are not... What is that? Those just go straight up into the air. I think that's a bug.
By Ulrich's
I don't know, maybe they come down in like 30 minutes.
Moving now! Yes, General!
Right, so let's get the siege started. Let's get our forces assembled and let's get them onto the field.
Detachments move! Quickly!
I think that's the towers throwing the projectiles over here. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, they have the gun batteries built into them, so that's kind of interesting. And oh, they are doing a lot of damage to that siege tower. That is not good. That is actually killing the people inside of it, but I'm really worried one of these siege towers will break and have all the people spill out of them. For the most part, I think it's gonna be rough, but I think we'll make it to the gates. And I guess in the meantime our gunners can provide some degree of relief. It looks like shields are keeping the swordsmen alive. Oh, there we go. And I think that is 4 out of 4 towers. So the links are done.
The Empire endures! Heading out! Yes, General! For the Emperor! Yes, sir! Ready? Quickly! We obey! Climbing the walls, sir! For the Emperor! Moving ready! March as one! Charge! Soldiers of the Empire! March! Yes, sir! Quickly!
And perfect. So our guys are on the wall. These troops are taking a lot of damage, but Hopefully they'll be able to survive long enough for Karl Franz to show up.
Understood. Bring them to their knees.
Oh. There we go. Sorry, Alt tabbed for a second. Right, but we need more of our troops to get up to the walls.
Swordsman! Yes, General?
Ah, there we go. See some of the pikemen, spearmen coming down to reinforce. And here we are, Karl Franz.
That's an order.
We can give him some more strength using that potion.
Whoa!
Yeah, and with his mighty hammer, he can just smash through all of these troops. Really clears the way.
Rid them of light. Ulrich!
Perfect, absolutely perfect. That throws the entire wall section into panic and sends them off. That's pretty nice. And yeah, they have a lot of troops inside the back there. So I actually want to set up my own line of gunners on the walls here. So you know, to that I want to clear out as much of this as possible. I want to get the rest of my my troops to stay on the walls, try to clear out as much of the troops up there as possible in the meantime.
Crossbows ready, General! And gunners! Yes, General!
And we can ideally take the entirety of the walls here before we continue any further.
Let the fields be sown with enemy blood! By Ulrich's wrath! The gods have abandoned us! Swordsman! Moving now! To me, man!
I think we might have to get our troops to settle down. Come to think of it.
Brace yourselves!
So hopefully this works. I see some of the spearmen coming up. Or not spearmen, the... what do you call them? Crossbowmen, there we go.
Spearman.
So that's kind of nice.
Let's have ya!
So we'll let them run around here. The main thing is just that I really need to get these gunners and things set up
Gunners.
up here.
By Ulrich's wrath.
And the minute that they can put some ground control down onto the main lines, I think we'll be good.
State troops ready. Swordsmen.
We must defend our homes!
Huh, they're actually moving against us, which is kind of odd. That sets up for our gunners.
For Heldenhammer.
And again, all we have to do is just hold the line now. Our forces are already in the enemy's keep. Plenty of troops in reserve.
Gunners! Form a ring of steel!
I'm actually really surprised that these two are still up there. But I guess they're part of the routing troops, so they'll just flee. I think, yeah, I think they changed the game AI so such that, you know, if you're not directly chasing those troops, you won't necessarily be able to pick off the routed troops as easily as before. And I mean, inside the previous Total War games, it was really, really easy to get rid of them, but I guess that's not the case now.
Let none cross that wall.
Yeah, I think we'll play the third-person melee game equivalent for a while.
Sigmar! Die, traitor! Quick march! Death to the enemy!
Die, traitor!
Fight! Get them! Not against!
Come on, hit them.
Die, traitor!
There we go. So yeah, even the single blows do an absolute ton of damage to those troops.
Now is the time! We are Sigmar's heirs!
Ready! Very well!
Slayer! Ready! So proud of the promise! Yes! Ready!
And I think the main thing up there is that those troops are largely handled. I'm really surprised that this single unit of spearmen are still, you know, kind of doing their things.
Karl Franz!
And for our enemies, holding this corridor seems to be a very, very difficult task.
Hold those towers at any cost!
Yeah, now that our projectiles are coming down on them.
Quick! Send Ludwig around the flank! I will not stand idle! Men of Sigmar! Withdraw! Quick march! Ready! My subjects call!
Right, with the rest of the forces largely destroyed, I think it's time to
We are Sigmar's heirs!
send in the last troops.
Sigmar!
He went flying, holy! Ow, we didn't even have to pick off their commander. They already gave up. Right, I guess that's a pretty straightforward battle. And I guess that'll... So, pretty good. Right, so let's take a look at the losses here once again. Makes sense that a lot of the troops inside the back there didn't really do too much, and therefore didn't lose too much. So we did quite a number, you know, 2 to 1 troop, pretty much. Definitely not bad. And taking a look at the losses here, yeah, for the most part, looks like the front line, you know, kept did their task, but from the looks of it, like, honestly, I'm not quite sure which one would be better. The handgunners versus the archers in this case, because from the looks of it, the archers, you know, despite not having super high damage dealing rounds, right? In this case, they managed to clean up a lot of the infantry where the gunners over there, just a single unit, wasn't able to do. So I don't know whether or not that's just kind of because of the very fact that the castle walls prevent you from shooting over. I don't know if that's a really big part of it, but that's interesting to note, especially going forwards. It's always good to keep track of that. And I think this is, yeah, this should be the end of Mittenland, so we can turn our efforts somewhere else going forwards. don't know, I think the marshmallow hats was always kind of a historical thing that they just had. In my opinion, most pieces of headgear are pretty silly. Just in general, just overall. Decisive victory! Perfect. So we can subjugate them. Or alternatively, we can just capture the province. We'll capture it.
The Empire!
And ooh, huh. We managed to get a healing potion. And of course we managed to secure Mittenland. That's also a big part of the trade. So now, one of the things that we may want to do is to come up over here to take Nordland, because that's one of our goals. So, that might be one of the things that we might want to do, or alternatively we can move around and perhaps go for one of these regions instead.
It is
But we have a second battle as well here. So for this one, I think we've seen already one too many sieges, so I will actually roll this one through.
The nation calls.
And yeah, I guess we'll occupy this one like such instead. So now I think it might be time to bring up the overlay to see, you know, just exactly what is going on inside the world. So that is, I guess, the sphere of Warhammer Total War. So our lands are red. Looks like, doesn't actually look like we've seen any, you know, super major faction form. But from just, you know, a quick glance of things, it looks like there's some vampiric factions over on towards the east, towards the north. Nordland, I think, is another plain old human faction. But the further you get up over here, we get to see some more of the unique troops up over here. So, yeah, that's kind of that. We might require another army soon enough.
It is time.
So that might be one of our goals here. One of the things I might want to keep an eye out for.
Here.
So now, one of the biggest questions is, do we turn the armies at Mittenland towards Nordland or towards Hochland, or whatever this place is called? I mean, both work. Both work. It's just that, who do we want to piss off first, I guess is one way to put it.
Move. So?
Oh yes, and the others. I would probably want to bring these two into this province. Over here, actually, come to think of it, both of the provinces aren't exactly doing all too well in terms of happiness, so we'll spread that out, and we'll get the necessary goods settled here. In fact, we'll also build a tavern, just so that we can counteract some of the unhappy effects coming from, I don't really know, whatever is spreading over here. Let's see, do we want to assign all of these? Sure. So, we managed to get an entire new province here. Let's bump up our taxes. Karl Franz leveled up. We can... let's see, we can get him a war horse, which would be kind of useful. Let's see. In this case, let's get him another level of Honest Steel. Really buffs up our troops. And I think with mangas towards the south, we'll do the exact same.
Greetings, countrymen. I welcome your offer.
And yeah, that's pretty much that. Nordland over there, we'll ignore once again. They don't seem to pose too big of a threat. So let's continue the path.
I am Prince and Emperor.
How should we
Right, so first
proceed?
things first, I want to get these two troops set
Advance,
up.
sir.
And what they'll start to do is they'll start to convert the happiness inside these provinces gradually towards our side. Or actually, this guy's not.
It
This
will
guy
be
needs to
an
move
honor.
one tile over there. I keep forgetting that that's some sort of weird neutral zone between the two areas
There is
that we'll have to get rid
power
of.
within prayer. Kill!
Over here, let's try to assassinate
marshal
this
the
troop. It's probably not going to succeed, yeah.
War calls.
And that's an easy battle. We'll march on Vessenberg over here.
This will bolster the nation.
There we go. Easy enough. And I guess that will add another piece of land towards our south. Get him another level of honest steel, seeing as how we're commanding a lot of just staple troops for now.
Greetings, countrymen. I welcome your offer.
So that is that. Huh. So if I don't say myself, our goal of raising up all of these forces
of
seems
Sigmar!
to be going pretty well. Right, so that will gradually take form.
Yes, my lord.
That will start to cover these. This will start to turbo convert these two provinces towards our side. And taking a look at the relative prosperities, it looks like Nordland will probably be the first out of our targets to go after. So I think we just get our troops to roll right on through. Really,
The nation, bring me to my men.
So yeah, let's see.
No peace, just war.
Yeah, if we declare war on Nordland,
What does the Emperor bid? Onward!
I guess we can bring our death stack over here,
Summon the
march on
Elector
the capital,
Counts.
and oh my god, not again. That is going to have to take a couple more turns, but that's fair.
Men, we must attack.
Right, so we'll get them to maintain the siege, and whenever possible, we'll get the full stack to roll right on through. And yeah, that should be that, really. Over here, that'll take some time. At Vessenberg, our troops will...
Now,
You know, I would want them to sit still for some time, but I think we might press over here and just try to... Oh, actually, Vessenland has some really far-off territories over here. I think we'll gradually get to them. I think at this point, with how big our forces are, we do require another keep, just to keep our holdings nice and safed up. So we'll have to look into that. And oh, that's right, I forgot about this. We can take a look at the offices here. So we can assign both of our army leaders some new positions to lead. So that'll be really useful actually for keeping things going. So I think I'll get Eldred the position of treasurer. He's currently based inside one of our own regions, so we'll get him to do that, and we'll get Mangus to lead the position of Archlictor, which will add even more to public order.
attack!
Very useful, and I think this siege will just continue. So with that, most things inside the world seem to be going pretty well. Let's upgrade some more provincial capitals to the next level. Take some time to put the cash that we earned back into the lands here. And that is that, and Conrad gains another level, so we can get him... Oh, I don't know. We can get him Invasion. Passive ability makes him a lot more faster. It doesn't really do too much. get some more local bonuses. The main thing here would be actually counselor. That would be some really something that's really useful. But I don't think we can do that. So I think we just get evasion. That'll unlock the second tier of spells. Oh,
Greetings.
some movement over there.
All you
That's
survey
weird.
are loyal to me, so I advise caution.
They demand trade with us. Well, we'll decline for now. And again, I don't know whether or not we want to knock them off now or knock them off later, but we'll know in a bit.
Men, I will fight with you.
And right, over here, let's come to think of it, let's actually wait one more turn. I do want to take that capital, but at the same time, I think it might be better just to wait it out. So we'll do that. And this guy leveled up. Should be able to give us +5 from just being inside the province.
The Celestial College implores that I hear you. Bow before your Emperor.
What do these guys want? They want a peace treaty? No, we won't give them that. Okay.
Fight for our nation.
I think it is time for you people to disappear. So this is going pretty well so far. I mean, only with 3 armies we're starting to to kind of unite the lands here. Unite all the human lands, and once we have that, we can really start to move on forwards and press from there. So yeah, that is that. And again, some really long loadings scenes, but this time, this seems like a pretty cool battle map. It's very shallow compared to the other one. There's not a lot of room in this map location, so we'll have to see how well how that kind of affects things, right? They have a lot of cavalry, which works to our favor, of course. So we won't see any of those guys on the walls, and I don't think they'd send them out. So that's very useful for us. Let's see what we can do here with getting some of, oh, I don't know, they have a lot of swordsmen as well in this case, and a lot of crossbowmen, come to think of it. So I don't know, for this one, we'll see. Right, so pretty shallow map. That's the main point, so I think we'll get our forces here and we'll shimmy them towards the side here.
The Empire endures! Handgunners! Reichsguard Knights!
Honestly, I'm just gonna deploy and go with it. Nothing more, nothing less. And, oh, what? Are you kidding me? You can't deploy on the main gate. That is actually really shitty. Because that kind of screws with all of my other plans.
Swordsman for the Emperor!
So we're gonna have to figure out what to do here in just a second, because that gate is gonna be very difficult to breach.
We obey! Yes, General! Ready!
I guess in that case, let's get some of these troops to really move around. So I'll get 3 of the siege towers to move over there.
Taking position! What do you bid?
And I'll move my entire army over here to try to support that effort, to try to get them to breach the walls.
Swordsman! Sigmar calls! Get your backs into it!
And I'll see what I can do about splitting our enemies' forces here. There's no way they'd be able to intercept both of the squads here and here. So we'll try and see how well we can land all of these troops onto the enemies' keep like that.
For the Emperor! By Ulrich's wrath! Moving now!
Yes, General.
Oh, I see some troops are starting to rotate over.
Handgunners.
It's kind of useful to note.
Emperor! To battle! Crossbows ready, General! Ready!
And all we want to do is wait until they shift their troops. Uh-oh, that is not good. Our siege equipment has been destroyed. What has happened?
Awaiting
I
orders!
guess those archers do a lot more damage than I
Yes,
thought
sir,
they would.
quickly.
Oh, that's hitting the spearmen, no, swordsmen back here without the shields covering them.
Let none cross that wall!
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Come, lads! Slay 'em! Make me proud of the puppet calls! Yes, sir! Quickly! Swordsman! Moving now!
Oh, I don't recall firing flaming rounds. Oh, I see. When they hit the ground, there's a little poof. It's either that we can't see them right here, or they went into the tower, and I think it's a little more likely that they went into the tower, right?
Ready for war! Yes, General!
The Empire endures!
Halberdiers!
That's pretty good. We're starting to see a lot more of our men get up on top of the walls. Perfect.
Spearmen!
And hell, who knows, for expediency, we might even add some step ladders to help them get across. Right, so for the troops back here, we're gonna get them to march forwards, let them hopefully regain some of their fatigue.
Ranged weapons Sigmar
ready!
calls!
What do you bid?
Sigmar's true servant!
Swordsman! By God! Wow!
Ready for war! Sir!
Alright, we're doing pretty well down here. Let's try to get some ground control going. And let's get our initial vanguard to spread out along the walls here. Hopefully we can control some of the territory up here.
For the Warhammer! Swordsman!
Beware the flankers! Traitors!
Battle awaits! For the twin-tailed comet!
See whether or not we can just charge right through these troops.
Die, traitor! Prepare for combat!
And yeah, so that's us trying to get some ground control
Swordsman!
onto the area here.
Spearmen!
Sir! Moving out, sir!
For Heldenhammer! For the Ring of Steel!
And we could try to push some more troops up there. And in the meantime, how is our skirmishers doing? So these troops are just hammering away, trying to get
Ready!
trying to pick off anything that they can find, really.
At speed!
What about our back line here? These are these troops are still tired, so we'll give them some more time. But soon enough, we'll get them to make their advance and get them to come up onto the walls as well.
Ready for war!
Spearmen! We obey! Stop them!
For Heldenhammer!
Ready!
Die,
Quick
traitor!
march!
Spearman!
Sir! Ready!
Try to get our forces to set up some zone control.
Don't give him an inch!
Oh, and that would have been perfect if we could shoot through all of that, but we can't.
We are ready.
Sadly. Yeah, so the skirmish there is still going pretty well.
Swordsman! Formation, march!
Push by Ulrich's wrath. Get them!
My subjects call!
Oh, yikes.
Heldenhammer!
Spearman!
There is a fair amount of troops down here. We'll have to send some of those troops to intersect all that.
Get to the enemy!
It's a pretty good counter charge right there. So yeah, this is working nicely. These swordsmen, they're just an immobile wall,
Retreat!
guarding the ramps.
They're coming from the sides.
To me, men!
Behind them!
Ah, that hits our own troops as well, come to think of it.
Turn around!
Jesus, I wonder how much friendly fire this is gonna do. Come on, hit them. One more. There we go. That's nice.
Sigmar! Swordsman!
Sigmar!
Yes, yes, General.
Heldenhammer!
Really, at this point, I don't really think we need any of the reinforcements.
For Heldenhammer!
Our forces are holding so nicely already.
Handgunners!
Loaded, ready!
Alright, I think... I guess at this point, I mean, there's no real point. These troops will be tired either way.
Our weapons are yours! For the Emperor!
So let's get whatever we can here to make a move towards the walls.
By Ulrich's wrath!
We'll get our dudes to
For the Emperor!
march forwards, get up to the ramps. Control some of that.
I will not stand idle! Karl Franz! Obey! Ready for war!
Oh, these are fully armed, I think, great swords infantry. They are armored.
Sigmar demands blood!
Swordsman!
So that's kind of good.
Die, traitor!
Withdraw!
Come men! To arms! To arms!
Flee!
Die, traitor! We
There.
cause heirs!
So while they're handling that, I think we'll
Ready! Yes,
get the rest of our troops here to split.
Sigmar guides us!
Sigmar calls!
And we'll try to gain even better control over the area. Let's get you guys to join in the fight there. And perfect, we have more reinforcements on the walls.
For Heldenhammer!
Let's get these troops to come down here, join in the fight.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Have all of these dudes stacked up on the side of this wall for some reason. It's kind of weird, actually. We'll get them to pull back.
Prepare for combat!
Yeah, because they really need to
Find our homes!
get into the cavalry's backs.
Die, traitor!
Oh, we can corner them off. Oh, yes.
Ready!
Let's advance. Let's try to really clamp down on the cavalry right here
Spearmen!
from all angles.
Lingering!
Yep, the guys on the walls here are almost gone.
Sigmar commands! The Empire endures!
And our troops coming from the ladders are starting to grapple with whatever is up here.
Swordsmen! Ulrich's wolves charge! Moving! Standing by!
Yeah, so that is pretty good. Let's get the final charge of troops. Sandwich the cavalry and they'll be dead.
My god is Sigmar's god! Ulrich!
Come on, make the
Keep our
turn.
flanks clear! Die, traitor!
Yeah, there we go. That is just about 3 units of cav and other things sandwiched there.
Ulrich's wrath on them!
The Empire endures!
Battle! Standing by for the Emperor! Yes! Formation, march!
Oh. It's kind of neat seeing the individual blows just break an entire horse right there and then. But, it's a shame that the sieges don't really, you know, come down to the very last man like that. But taking a look at, holy, the losses, those are pretty good, especially considering just how much work some of the individual units did right there. So that's so the two three swordsman units we have there. The one with 155 kills, 182, and 236. I mean, when you consider one card is, you know, on average, I think 80 units or so, give or take. That's a lot. That's a lot of units per one single band of troops, and those aren't even the highest. Well, they are the highest veterancy now. Don't really know if they were necessarily the highest to begin with, though. So that is also very, very neat to see. And speaking to that, I mean, if you take a look at how many enemies are remaining, I mean, that is not that many. That is actually very, very small. So that was a pretty good advance for us right there and then. So I think this will be kind of one of the ending points for the stream as soon as we get back to the campaign map, more or less, because we've already gone for 2 hours now, and that is a total of 5 hours of this Let's Play stream already up and on the internet, right? So that's quite a bit of time. So, I mean, in the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, of course, be sure to like and subscribe, because of course you'll get the notifications for future streams, episodes, and things like that, and of course that would definitely help me out as well. So, hope you guys take that into consideration if you have not already done so. Going forwards, holy, this is taking a long time to finish. In the meantime, I guess we could take a look at some of the enemies' kill counts. Looks like the swordsmen weren't bad. You have one unit with 70 kills, and then you have the other ones which were absolutely decimated without any kills at all, actually, which is kind of weird. But I don't know, I guess they were sandwiched between things, where they met Karl Franz and he absolutely destroyed them or something like that. Something like that. Bullshit, that wasn't close at all. Ah, but that is a decent amount of loot. Perfect. So let's see, if we loot the place, we gain an absolute ton of cash, but no, it would be nice.
Calls.
We will capture them.
So, to the provinces?
And that actually sets us up for a second movement. Or no?
This will
Yeah, no, that
bolster the
sets
nation.
us up for a second movement.
Raise your
So,
weapons!
would you look at that? Perfect. We're actually able to roll both of these towns in one go.
To strengthen the empire.
And I think
Summon
that
the
is,
Elector Counts.
well, no?
Now,
We require one more province before we own the city, or not the city, but the territory of Nordland. So another pretty good sweep for us. And another edict issued. Right, so I think this sets us up for a nice point to leave off, so I think we'll just save that as the Empire 48. Another 20 to 30 turns or so done. And yeah, that is pretty much that, so I think we'll leave on a note of how much of the world we've conquered so far, and as you can probably tell, we are making some pretty good progress onto this. So, see you guys tomorrow, and once again, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye bye for now.